All right, legal scholars. This one is going to be a combination of legal and biblical. Like our channel, uh, I just came back from what is bottom feeder court, family law, divorce type litigation. These are the attorneys who uh, they usually have the lowest, law school kind of pedigree. They choose willingly, often, to end up in this type of a courtroom. You don't have to be honorable to them like judges. You don't have to say your honor. You're the bottom feeders. Uh, I feel bad for them. I've had to pay them recently, but they're going to have to pay in the long run. See, this is not to sound arrogant, it's just to be what a servant of the highest must do. I never give messages, you're gonna win the lottery. It's often like, well, do you remember when you referenced why little kids die in my prior session to try to like Leviathan twist me like I'm a child killer? No. Actually, that's one of the biggest questions people have from a theological standpoint. So I had to warn this bottom feeder, and surprise, surprise, she comes in. I get two fans in what I thought was a closed session. I think it's child abuse to bring in your two little kids as fans of me. I know God's word is great, but I don't want any fans to come in. But I believe this gives me the opportunity, just like Thinner, the movie, to give a lasting warning that if you manipulate a child, my child, if you serve money, and then that's like fake DVPOs, verbal, taking a disability and turning it into an 8 months money grab, getting $30,000 per matter from the opposing counsel, stealing through your trust account that no one trusts. If you are a bottom feeder and you sin, see, God took the infant child of King David. But do you think you're immune from sins yourself if you can't make the connection to your bottom feeder path? If you can't read the Bible that the clients you work with have to swear on, that says, it just says right away, let no man separate what God put together. And you make your career to be a bottom feeder, anti-Christ, anti-God person. And then you wonder whether you're at, I don't know, firms like Jatana Meredith or Sodom A, run by the, and you wonder why you got your kid has a little cancer and didn't make it through it, or the kid has they'll call it sudden uh, SIDS or something like that, or SADS, sudden infant. Yeah, and you wonder, was it random? No, no, it's not random. You're a bottom feeder sinner. You're doing what God says not to do. And then someone warns you, and it's their job to warn you. They see the signs that God does, or they have a prophetic gifting that's also written in the Bible clearly. And then, like, say that person cites what's going to happen, but you twist that warning into criminal law because you are the criminal. It just blows my mind. I'm not acting here. I do acting sometimes, but no, I'm not acting. My mind is blown because the bottom feeding category that you're in is because your brain was never fully going. So I then have to pray for wisdom for you to pick up the message because I actually care about your little kid. And this has happened multiple times while you're kicking my family. And God still assigns me to the same servitude of salvation for your little kids. At some point, I'm just tired. I'm tired of the mission work. I'm tired of it. But I'm still going to do it because when you are a servant, you can't pick and choose your projects. As bottom feeders, you can pick and choose your clients. You can say, well, maybe I'll get an ethics violation because I worked with Jeff before, so I'm not going to represent his wife. But you choose because you're a dumb bottom feeder and you want the money. So I can't choose which woe warnings I have to give. I can kind of change the delivery a little bit so it won't be contorted. But I don't really care now. Go ahead. Send this video to criminal court or Judge Gray to make me look like I'm not trying to save your little kid right before he dies or gets the cancer diagnosis. Please, David, go get an MRI. I'm paying for it out of one of my $30,000 matters, okay? Please.